my beautiful Leos. This is Debs, and yes, we're here for your reading for mid-July 2026. Lovely to be with you guys. Thank you for being here. Leo, very interesting energy. I saw a small boy looking up at this incredible tree. He had his eye on a huge conker, but he thought to himself, I don't have a ladder. There's no way I can climb up that massive trunk. I just can't do it. So rather dejectedly, he ferreted around underneath leaves underneath this tree and gathered together a few small conkers that he found, but, you know, they were damaged, they were misshapen. He kept looking up at the conker. The next day he came back and thought, you know what, if I go off and find a really tall branch, I could possibly reach up and it might just fall down. So rather than me trying to find a way of climbing up the tree to get the conker, I'm going to find a way of getting the conker to fall right down in front of me. It's going to be less risky. It's going to take less effort. That may be the best course of action. And then I heard the strain of a song that goes back a long time ago. I can't remember who it's by. But the words were, dream the impossible dream. And that was it. So Leo, you may be trying to get something to come to you rather than you having to do the heavy lifting. Okay. You may be finding another way of doing something, Leo. All right, guys. Cedric is beside me. He is jumping up and down with joy. He's holding up a conker on a piece of string. He's playing with this conker. Okay. Many of you will know the deck that I'm using is a divination deck. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Leos? For my Leos. Yes, you are creating a plan to bring something to you. It could even be a form of manifestation, as opposed to you having to do the hard work, Leo, okay? Yeah. All right. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Leos, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You're going to find a different way of doing this. A different way of achieving what you want, Leo. Okay? Yeah. All right, guys. Whew. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You might have recently had an argument with someone, Leo. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. You might have had a set to with a Queen of Cups, or you could have felt cross about something. You could be sat in the energy of the Queen of Cups. In the past, the Three of Pentacles. Leo, you had to work with a couple of other people to bring something about, or you may have been trying to create a plan. After that time, there was a sense of heartbreak. It may be, Leo, you realise that people had their own agenda, is what I'm hearing. You might have put something to someone. They might have said, yeah, no, don't think so, Leo. Yeah, no, don't think I really want to do that. You might have been disappointed. In your thoughts now is the Two of Cups. Leo, you are in love and you don't know what to do about it. You don't know what to do about it, Leo. There may be a situation, Leo, where you are attached to somebody else. You might have told someone that you had feelings for, that you were connected to somebody else, you were married, right, or something similar. It might not have gone well, Leo. This person might have been cross. In the immediate future, Temperance. Sagittarian energy, you're biding your time, Leo. You're biding your time. You're just letting the dust settle. I feel at this time, Leo, Archangel Michael is with you. In your fears, the Three of Cups. 3 threes, okay. What you're fearing, Leo, is this person is still not going to want to open up to you. If you are in love with someone, could be you're in love with a Queen of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio feminine. It could be connecting to a masculine, okay? You may be nervous that this person is going to get angry if you pursue them because you may still be locked into another situation. So this is you biding your time, Leo. In the environment is someone sat in the Four of Wands. This is someone very stable, grounded. They are thinking about their future. They might be in a situation where they're hanging on to a property. Or this is someone, Leo, who is wanting a relationship, a commitment. In your hopes, Five of Wands, hoping, Leo, that you can find a way of achieving your dream, maybe for you an impossible dream, without causing conflict. Without causing conflict. And the outcome, Leo, oh, we have the King of Wands. Now, guys, this could be you. I could be connecting with a masculine. Or you could be a feminine sat in your masculine. Okay, guys. Leo, you are taking action here. You're finding a way of achieving something so it comes to you rather than you having to put in a huge amount of effort. I don't think, Leo, this is you being strategic, but you're having to play your cards very carefully at this period of time because there's a sense here, Leo, that you don't want to scare someone away. You don't want to cause someone to hold back from you because they may be nervous, Leo, that you might be wanting to pull them into a third-party situation. You're biding your time here. Clarification for you guys. Wow, 10 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Cups. Leo. You might have felt betrayed by a partner. You might have threatened to walk away from a partner. This is you in a very unhappy relationship, Leo. I don't think you did. I think you stuck with it. But this is you not happy. You might have been heartbroken, recognizing that your person had built a connection with somebody else. Whilst, Leo, quietly, privately, you were falling in love with a Queen of Cups. Whoever sat in the Four of Wands is the Hanged Man. A Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. That is usually the Pisces card. This is someone who has been sacrificing. This is someone who might have been on their own for quite a long time. They're not in a comfortable position. They may only just be able to afford their rent, their mortgage, their taxes. They're keeping a roof over their head, but they're having to sacrifice to do it. Okay? The Devil. Wow, Leo. They may feel they are in a very challenging situation. This is someone who may be thinking, eventually I've got to sell up. Eventually I've got to move somewhere cheaper. Eventually I'm going to have to make a really big decision because I may not be able to stay where I'm staying, is what I'm hearing. Leo, you may know that or you may not know that. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the Emperor. So, Leo, you are married. Okay. This is you sitting in husband energy. You're head of the household. And you are in a relationship with a Queen of Pentacles. Potentially a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Wands. You're not happy, Leo. You're not happy. This is you feeling fed up with your situation. I don't know, guys, whether or not you've been married for 20, 30 years, and you may feel as if your wife is hanging on to you for stability. Okay. She's got a lovely home. She's got a beautiful garden. She's staring at this pentacle. You may feel, Leo, that even though she might have been a wonderful wife for 20 odd years, you may feel the passion's gone out of your connection, the romance has gone out of your connection, because you need to keep working on a relationship. I think she's sunk into this energy of, well, you know what, we're older now, we don't have to put in so much effort, Leo's never going to leave. Leo, this is difficult for you because you may feel you're there continuing on as, say, the provider, but you're getting absolutely nothing from the relationship. Yes, you know, this could have been a woman who spent her life doing washing, ironing, cleaning, cooking, putting meals on the table. But Leo, you may have been the one to go out and make the money. You may have been the one to make sure the house was maintained, the bills were paid, all of that type of thing. And you might have felt sometimes she didn't appreciate that. Now, Leo, we could be looking at a switch situation. It may be, Leo, you are coming through as a Queen of Pentacles, very upset, knowing that your Emperor, King of Wands, is interested in a Queen of Cups. So take it as it resonates, guys. But because we have a King of Wands here, I believe I'm connecting with a masculine who might have insinuated to someone he had feelings for, but he wanted to get to know her at a deeper level. But this woman's reaction, Leo, may not have been what you wanted because she may have known you were married. Okay? So, guys. So, Leo, you may be there dreaming the impossible dream, right? Let's have a look at the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The World. Leo, if you mentioned to this Queen of Cups that you did have feelings for her, she might have immediately been on the defensive and started talking to you about ending your current relationship. It might have been a bit harsh. Knight of Swords. I'm assuming that you're going to end your relationship. Otherwise, Leo, why would you be coming on to me because you're a married man? You might have pulled back thinking, okay, this is a woman who is sitting at a lot of self-respect, a lot of self-esteem, right? Yes. You pull back, Leo, and you sat in your head. Am I in the right stage in my life to consider ending my marriage? Am I ready? Am I ready to make a big decision? You may have a child or children. What are the kids going to think about it? Or what would my child think? Or you might have apologized to the Queen of Cups, feeling as if she recoiled from you. But it may be, Leo, you really just wanted her to know how you felt. It just came out. Well, you know, if at some point you want to catch up and go out, and she might have looked at you a bit frostily and you might have thought, oh my goodness, okay, yeah, shouldn't have said that. But I think, Leo, you wanted to gauge whether or not she was interested in you. If she was a little bit cross, Leo, it may be that she is interested in you, but she may feel you're trying to maneuver her into an affair situation, and she might have put up very strong boundaries, guys, you know? Tell us more about the situation. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Leo, you are standing at crossroads. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? Yeah. Do I go for my dream or leave it in the past? Do I go for my dream or walk away from the potential of this? You have a big decision to make, Leo. So I may be connecting with a Leo here, or group of Leos, who know for a fact they are in love with the Queen of Cups, but they have been sat in a very stable situation with a Queen of Pentacles. And Leo, you have been biding your time, feeling more and more disenchanted with your situation, more fed up with your life as it stands now. In the past, Leo, you might have befriended the Queen of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Yes, you might have taken a little bit of a leap of faith and a risk and said something or did something to let this Queen of Cups know that you cared. You might have thought, oh, this is a bit risky, but you might have done it just to gauge her reaction. I wonder what she's going to say, right? Afterwards, Leo, you might have thought, oh, that was a bit of a disaster. 9 of Swords. You had a couple of sleepless nights. So the reaction may not have been what you wanted. She might have looked at you frostily and said, okay, Leo, well, hope you have a nice evening. You know, regards to your wife. She might have said something a bit pointed. She might have said something a bit pointed, Leo, which caused you to detach or retract, right? Yes, you sat in your head, well, she wouldn't have overreacted that way if she had no feelings for me at all. The fact that she reacted tells me that she might have been a bit frustrated that I wasn't single. So, Leo, this is you thinking about that. After that time, 3 of Swords, you felt heartbroken. You were heartbroken because you remembered what she said. You remembered her initial reaction, Leo. What you realised was, Leo, she wasn't going to be interested in some kind of love triangle situation. Yes, you kept thinking about this rather sharp message of truth. Or this is you remembering what she said and thinking, okay, she's obviously not playing here. She's not playing. She's sitting in self-worth, self-respect. And this is you holding yourself up a little bit, Leo, afterwards. Thinking about your marriage in the past. Thinking about where you currently are. Feeling a bit on your own. Feeling as if life is ticking past. I could be connecting with a slightly older Leo masculine. This is you doing a lot of reflection on what you want for the future, Leo. I feel as if emotionally you're finding yourself at a dead end. There's no emotional connection or romance or impulsive energy or passion or love between you and your Queen of Pentacles anymore. It's dead, right? But you are in a very stable place in your life. You might have paid off your mortgage. You could have investments. You could have a good pension even, if you're that age. And Leo, this is you thinking, is it worth giving that up? Is it worth moving out of a place of stability in order to pursue this woman? Because what you're recognizing, Leo, is she is going to refuse to be put in a third-party situation. And you cannot get this woman off your mind. What you're dreaming about, Leo, is delving into this love. You may know already that you're in love with her. What else are you thinking about? The 9 of Cups, that she would just make you incredibly happy. I think, Leo, you may find yourself in your head a great deal, imagining sexy nights together or romantic moments together, imagining building a life together, imagine creating a beautiful home together. You're in your head a lot, Leo, just fantasizing about a life with this Queen of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. What you're also thinking about, Leo, is you would have to step out of your comfort zone and make a very serious decision if she was to take you seriously. Now, she could be a Scorpio with the energy of the Death card. You may be in love with a Scorpio. Or with the energy of the Death card, what you're thinking about is, do I have the courage to step out of my dream and make it real? Do I have the courage to do what I need to do in order for me to actually live my dream? To be with this woman. What else are you considering here, guys? Yeah. You're considering the 10 of Pentacles. You're considering the fact that you're married. I mean, this is you thinking, Death card, 10 of Pentacles. I would have to walk away from sitting in the 10 of Pentacles. You know that. Because again, Leo, what you're recognizing is this Queen of Cups is not going to allow you to sort of shift her into a sort of see you when I see you type situation. And you're standing at crossroads. You don't know what to do. So Leo, it may well be the first port of call is you to gently broach the subject of your situation, your marriage, with the Queen of Cups, and see what she says. You may almost want to put a hypothetical situation in front of her. If I wasn't actually married, I wonder whether or not you would be open to us getting to know each other at a deeper level. The thing is, Leo, you've been covering your feelings because you haven't told this Queen of Cups that you love her, but with the Two of Cups, you know she's the one for you. So what I think you are hoping to do is to try and figure out whether or not she really feels the same, which is why she overreacted, or which is why she was a bit defensive with you because she had feelings. You want to make sure that she does, because, Leo, that's the first step, right? Even if you two haven't spent a lot of time together because she refuses to, because you're married, it may be the information you need. Because once you know, Leo, that she does feel the same way, then you can spend some time thinking about how you really feel about your marriage, right? That would be step 2. So in the immediate future, we have you sitting in temperance. You're being very calm. You are not pursuing this woman. The person in the environment could be the Queen of Cups, in which case she could be a Pisces, who is, you know, to be honest, sacrificing. She may be living on her own. She may be working hard to keep a roof over her head. But this could be a very proud woman who is not going to open the door to third-party connections, okay? If that's not the case, Leo, this could be a wife who feels she's been sacrificing. She may know that there's no love between you two anymore, but she may feel stuck to the marriage because she doesn't want to lose her foundation. She may not want to lose a beautiful house, right? 4 of Wands. So, Leo, Archangel Michael, when do we have Temperance and the 4 of Wands for Leo? Thank you, Michael. The 14th of September. Okay, guys, you're going to have to wait. Not very long. A month and a bit. Okay, we're in mid-July now. Mid-September, Leo. Maybe I'm hearing the tipping point. I'm seeing somebody pour milk out of a jug. The 14th of September may be the tipping point. It could be this is you having a serious chat with whomever this is, your partner, the Queen of Cups. Let's find out who this person is. Who is this person? Is this your wife? Is this the woman you want to be with? Oh, okay. Could be your wife, Leo. Could very well be your wife. You're coming through as the Emperor, King of Wands, and we have an Empress. I think, Leo, this is your wife. I think this is your wife. Yes. You two might have met very young. You could have married early 20s. You may have grown apart, but it was a safe relationship. It was a comfortable relationship. It was familiar to both of you. You might have gone through trials and tribulations, but you stayed together. You've known your Empress for a very long time, Leo. You may have kids together. So what is the general energy around your Empress? How is she feeling? How is she feeling? Ooh, okay. She's a little bit defensive with you, Leo. She may be absolutely determined to hang on to her house, which might suggest, Leo, she may have an inkling you have feelings for another woman. she may quietly feel, Leo, that you're off in your head dreaming about someone else sometimes. Yes, you're married to this woman. Taurian energy, Libra energy. You two are married in a very traditional relationship. Ace of Pentacles. I've got to be honest, Leo, occasionally she has thought about legal separation, living separately from each other, but remaining legally married, okay? She has thought about it. So, Leo, she may not have been very happy either in the relationship, but she might have kept that hidden. It could be because she didn't want to rock the boat. She didn't want to consider losing her financial stability. Okay. 5 of Swords. But there was a lightning strike in this relationship in the past. She did feel very, very nervous at some point of time in the past. It may be, Leo, you two had a massive row, and she might have then suggested to you, okay, perhaps, Leo, it's time to let go of the relationship. She's thinking about that. Has this Empress been a faithful wife? Should we find out, Leo? Has this Empress been a faithful wife? The Sun. Tell us about the Sun. Ooh. We have the King of Cups. Either, Leo, she has feelings for a masculine King of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio man. She might have met this guy on holiday. He could be from another country, or she could have met him around town. He might live somewhere else. Or, Leo, she has become enlightened that you may be quietly in love with somebody else, but you're keeping your feelings to yourself. So she, Leo, could be thinking that you are in love. This is all your energy. King of Cups, King of Wands, Emperor, right? But you're not doing anything about it. So we did ask the question, Leo, was your Empress always faithful to you? And we came up with the King of Cups. So she might have flirted in the past with another guy. How is she feeling about Leo? 3 of Wands, interesting. Leo, she believes that you keep dreaming of another life. You keep dreaming of embracing change. How does she see Leo responding to her? How does your wife see you responding to her as her husband? King of Swords. She may feel, Leo, sometimes you're a bit blunt with her, a bit sharp with her, a bit brash. Not a lot of emotion there, not very affectionate or loving. But Leo, I've got to be honest, guys, it could simply be because you don't love her anymore. And I know that sounds awful, but one more card relating to this Empress. Tell us about this wife of yours, Leo. Ooh, 6 of Wands. She may be all about the material things, hanging onto a beautiful house, sitting in quiet affluence. She's very concerned about what other people think of her. She's very concerned about her reputation. She may wear a false mask and come across as being more confident than she actually is deep down. But she's sort of sitting in the energy of, I don't think Leo will ever leave me. So I'm just going to sit here and carry on my life. Maybe, Leo, undertaking wifely duties, whatever that is, cleaning the house, looking after kids, cooking your meals, whatever it is, whilst dreaming of being with a King of Cups, Leo. You know? It's as if she's living in her own little fantasy land, you're living in your own little fantasy land, but neither of you, Leo, are very happy. So, guys, 14th of September is going to be the turning point. You are sitting in temperance. You have been biding your time. What are you going to say to your Empress? Okay, Leo. It may come out all in a rush. You may say to your Empress that you felt that the two of you have drifted apart over the last few years. You have begun to feel a bit left out in the cold. Okay, that's going to be the start of the conversation. And then you're going to talk to her about wanting to manifest change. You may not elaborate pertaining to what that change would be. Are you going to elaborate? No. But what you're thinking about, Leo, is a secret that you've been keeping. Maybe a secret relating to you having feelings for a Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Or if your wife asks you, Leo, what change you have been considering, she may be sat there or standing there feeling a bit nervous, you may simply not say anything at all. No, says Leo, but I do think that changes need to be made at some point. It's as if, Leo, you are very gently getting to the point without making her feel nervous. What else are you going to say? The Chariot. Leo, you may say to your Empress that you have been considering moving. I don't know, Leo, whether or not this is you then going on to say, we should talk about legal separation, maybe, living separate lives for a period of time, temporarily, just to see how we feel. Or whether or not, Leo, you're actually wanting to say to this Empress, I think we should sell the house. Cancerian energy. What else are you saying to the Empress? You want to talk about happiness. You want to talk about family. Leo, this is you maybe even saying to your Empress, you know, we met when we were very young. Do you remember? Gosh, that was years ago. We brought up a beautiful family. We've had loads of wonderful memories. Again, Leo, are you coming around to the fact that basically you two have had a wonderful marriage with everything taken into account, but you are ready for change? Is that what you're getting around to saying, Leo? Is this the conversation with your wife? Touching on the fact that you two have had a good marriage in general. We brought up kids. We spent a lot of time together. We married when we were very young. We've been together 20, 30 years, whatever this is. But then you're going to go on to say, in recent times, you haven't felt happy. This is also you saying to your Empress, Leo, I'm really sorry if this is going to be something you don't want to hear. I've been feeling very guilty about having this conversation, but I'm hearing I don't think this is working anymore. Okay, Leo. Wow. Wheel of Destiny. What you are saying to your Empress is, you don't want to hurt her, but you feel it's time that you two moved in different directions. You feel it's time that you two moved in two different directions. And that would entail ending your marriage. Wow. It's the right time, Wheel of Destiny, for us to make a big change in the situation. Whew. What is the energy between you and your Empress, Leo? Justice. Wow. Leo, I think you want balance in your life. You want to be happy. You might have felt stuck for quite a while. She may be immediately thinking, okay, my goodness, my husband's actually getting around to talking about divorce. Legal contract, court case. Now, we haven't found out how your Empress is feeling. What is her first reaction when, Leo, you say to her, basically, I think we've grown apart, right? I don't think you're going to mention anyone else. Oh, okay. Quietly, Leo, her first reaction is Leo's met another woman. Her instinct is Leo's met another woman, which, to be honest, is true. What else is she thinking? Oh my God, Tower. She is quietly shocked. Quietly, she's thinking, Leo, wow, this is the end of our marriage. And she's going to need to take some time to heal. Okay. Guys. So, Leo, you are fearing trying to pull this Queen of Cups into a third-party situation because you know she's not going to have it. You are hoping, Leo, not to cause drama and chaos in ending your relationship. You're hoping this will be a very smooth, calm ending. And this is you taking action, Leo, with the energy of the King of Wands. This is you taking action. I think this is you moving into a legal separation situation with your Empress. She's already been thinking about it. Ace of Pentacles, that would be the first port of call, living separately, and then potentially moving into divorce. So, Leo, what is the energy of your Empress? Okay. The first issue to deal with, Leo, is she may simply be sat in total denial. Total denial. I'm pretty sure Leo doesn't really mean divorce. I'm pretty sure Leo and I will patch things up. I think, Leo, you've got to break it gently to your wife that you are serious. What is your Empress's desire here? What does she really want? She wants to know the truth. I think she wants to know, Leo, whether or not this is actually about another woman. She wants to know the truth, Leo. And there's going to be a very straight conversation about the future of this relationship. She may be questioning you as to whether or not you want to move into full divorce. Is this just a temporary separation, Leo, or are you actually in love with another woman? Are you hoping to divorce me? Leo, what is your reaction to that? Okay. Guys, you may admit that you made some mistakes in the past. This may not be you outright saying, I did meet somebody else, I was interested in somebody else. You may simply say, I made some past mistakes. Okay. Which made you feel very stressed, very burdened, maybe guilty. Don't know. So this is you breaking it to your Empress that you want to end the relationship. She's questioning that. You're saying I made some mistakes, but basically I think this is done. So she sat in denial. Let's have a look, Leo, and see whether or not you are at this point in communication with your Queen of Cups. What's going on with that? Eight of Pentacles. Wow. So at this point, Leo, you might have been honest to the Queen of Cups and said, look, I know that you're not wanting to be put into a lover situation, but I'm very unhappily married and I've been seriously considering divorce. I think you have been talking to your Queen of Cups about trying to sort out the financial aspects of getting out of your marriage to make it work with her. So are you two in an affair situation at this point or not? No, Leo, you're not. Oh, wow. You're acting with integrity. You're being a complete gentleman. Leo, you're holding back from entering into any type of physicality with the woman that you know you love. It may be simply, Leo, because you feel she would push you away in any case, or you are simply wanting to do this the right way. What are you saying to your Queen of Cups here, Leo? Yes, that it might take a while, but you are wanting to commit to her. You are planning on moving into a serious committed relationship with her. That is what you're wanting, Leo. How does the Queen of Cups feel at this point? How does the Queen of Cups feel? She feels, Leo, that if the truth were known, you two would be in a lover situation at this point. She is very attracted to you, Leo, but she may feel you're getting frustrated here because you are holding back from any type of physicality with her. Yeah, you're trying to treat her as a friend when actually, you know, you may be dreaming of hot, steamy nights. I don't know. It's you two guys. So she may know, Leo, that you're trying your best to be a gentleman. You're trying your best to hold back and wait, but it isn't easy for you. I think she appreciates that. I think there's a lot of respect she has for you pertaining to that, because you're not trying to pull her into an affair situation whilst getting out of your marriage. You are keeping these two situations very separate, and I think she appreciates that, Leo. So are you going to successfully get out of your marriage? I think you will, Leo. I mean, this is you sailing off into the sunset in the opposite direction. I think this is you moving forward with your Queen of Cups. This could be you moving, relocating, okay? It could be following divorce. And you may even, Leo, end up, surprisingly, in a situation where there's an amicable energy between you and your wife in the end. I mean, this could be you, Leo, saying to your wife, look, you know, I will always love you as a friend. We fell out of love a long time ago. She may even give you her blessing, Leo, which may surprise you. She may say, okay, all right, this was kind of inevitable. What energy is she going to sit in? The moon. She may be a little bit fearful. She may be a bit fearful, or she may be hiding something here. Okay, she may be hiding, Leo, that actually she might leave the marriage with a lot of financial stability. I mean, this is a woman sat in affluence. Okay, anything else? And Leo, she may start flirting with this King of Cups. I think this King of Cups she met a while ago, but she kept this as a sort of light flirtation, nothing serious. These two may not be physical. You know, I think this is somebody she just found attractive and flirted with over the years, maybe. And she may be getting more serious about that connection, you know? Yeah, she may be spending more time with this King of Cups. So, Leo, I think you and your Queen of Cups are going to head off into the sunset. I think this is going to be a very happy relationship. You will be glad, Leo, that you would have done things the right way, okay? You would have treated your Empress, your previous wife, with a lot of respect, made sure that she's financially stable going forward, and built an amicable energy between the two of you, and it could be for the sake of children. You're then, Leo, going to be spending more time with your Queen of Cups. I think you two may be thinking about creating a new home together. And I think that's going to be the new life, Leo, that you're going to be enjoying over the next few years, maybe for the rest of your life. This is you moving to calmer waters with the woman that you love. So, Leo, a beautiful reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to leave it there. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye, Leo.